Hello and welcome to the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video we're going to be doing some cleaning, and we're going to be cleaning a home that is a hot mess. You're going to see my house today like you have never seen it before. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'm going to show you what it's looking like, and then I'm going to give you an explanation. I just feel like I owe you one. So this is my living room. You can probably already tell that children are involved, and yes, they are. You see here, I got my two orbs here, moss balls on the floor. So we're gonna go ahead and pick those up just cause they shouldn't be down there. But I need to do some dusting, some cleaning. Everything is kind of in disarray. And let me just turn around here in case you're saying, well, that's not a mess. Yes, it is. Hot mess. This is my grandkids' table. Had them for the last 6 days, having to get them off to school. So this was breakfast this morning. I haven't had a chance to clean up their mess and just stuff that they've had. I've got dishes piled up. They had a little bug while I had them, so I got medicine out here. Whew, child. It's giving me anxiety just looking at this mess. I've been making juices for them to try to get rid of the bug or to boost their immune system. I haven't cleaned my juicer this morning. Yeah, you get the picture. Let's go ahead and get it started. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know where to start. It's just so many things to do, and I'm also trying to disinfect as I go along because, as I said, they did have a little bug over the weekend, and so I want to make sure that the toys are sanitized and everything as I put them away, and also like remote controls, pillows, just everything that they have touched, because if you have been around any kids, you know they are constantly touching stuff, putting things in their mouth. Even though these kids are 3 and 5, I still catch them doing those types of things. So just want to make sure that everything is as clean as it can be and getting rid of stuff. A couple of weeks ago now, I shared my living room fall decorate with me video where I put out all of my fall decor for this season. And I was really enjoying it until I had this little visit from my grandkids. And so things just got kind of moved around. As you can see, my throw was on the floor, my pillows have been on the floor, just stuff everywhere. So I'm really excited to get it put back together so that I can go back to enjoying this space. Once I get all the toys put away, I'm able to go ahead and start to put the pillows back where they're supposed to be. I am going to be washing my throw as well as cleaning my sofa very soon, so I'm not going to share that in this video because it won't be today. I'm just trying to get the house back together right now. I try not to get bent out of shape when my house gets like this, although I like my house to be clean because I want the kids to have fun. I want them to enjoy coming over grandma's house, and I don't want to, even though I like to have my house decorated and tablescapes and all of that stuff that I like to look at, I don't want them to feel that they can't be comfortable in my home because they're here a lot and I want to be able to enjoy them. The only thing that I move out of the way when they are here are the things off of my cocktail table, and I do that because sometimes they like to get kind of rough in the house and turn flips and things like that, and I don't want the things on my table to be broken or tipped over. Other than that, I leave everything as is, and I'm trying to teach them not to touch it, what toys are theirs to play with and what things are not. But as you saw at the beginning of the video, my moss balls were on the floor. They think they're balls. I cannot get that through their head that they're not toys. So now I'm just going to vacuum inside the sofa, and I can't blame this part on them. These are mostly feathers from my sofa. My sofa is a feather sofa. I've had it for about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, and the feathers are really starting to come out really bad. It is so annoying, but I do have to vacuum my sofa on a regular basis to make sure that I keep those feathers out of the place. This sofa may not be around for too much longer because those feathers, some of them are really big and they stick you when you sit on them, and it hurts. So I'll have to think about what I'm going to do with this sofa. I love the idea of a feather sofa because they don't break down as quickly as the other ones, but oh my God, when those feathers start coming out, it's a whole situation. I have my Rumble, which I really, really love, but as it relates to being able to turn it on and get your entire floor vacuum, you can forget about it. What I do love about it, though, is that it goes up under the sofa and up under things, so I'm able to get things cleaned out, you know, that I wouldn't be able to get with a regular vacuum. So I decided to go ahead and turn it on so that they can go ahead and start to do some cleaning while I'm doing other things, and then, of course, I will follow up with my regular vacuum to make sure that I get all the spots touched. I'm going to go ahead and put my pillow covers, my pillows back on the sofa. I'm going to eventually have to pull my pillow covers off and wash them or clean them. Not the faux leather ones, I'll just wipe those down. But my cloth pillow covers, that's another reason I love them, is because they're easily washed. So if they get tossed on the floor, whatever, not a problem at all. I can just pop them off, put them in the washing machine, and that's it. So now to tackle this kitchen, I have, like I said, a mess here. The whole island is just in disarray. And this is all stuff that I had out, obviously, because I'm the one that does the cooking and stuff. But I just did not have the time to put things back away and to clean my kitchen and stay on top of the things that the kids needed at the same time. So I just got behind. There were days that the dishes just didn't all get washed up at night. You know, it just didn't happen, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm just going to get it cleaned up now. I have a dishwasher, but I do have a lot of things that I still have to wash by hand, like my cutting board. I usually just clean that with vinegar and water. And that's all I do with that. And then the items to my blender, my juicer, and things like that, they can't go in the dishwasher. So I will have to wash all those by hand. But it's better than having to wash them all, because I don't enjoy washing dishes. I don't. I know my sister, she says it's very therapeutic. She enjoys washing dishes. Her dishwasher has been broken for many years now, and she has no desire to get it fixed. She likes washing dishes. So comment below and let me know, do you like dishes? I do not like it. And it started as a teenager when we started having to wash dishes at home. I absolutely hated when it was my turn to do dishes, and I always felt like my mom would do a huge, huge, huge meal when it was my time to do dishes, because it seemed like I always had more to do and more things that were baked on the dishes and stuff, and she wouldn't allow you to let them soak. I always wanted to just put soap in the pans and say, Mom, this just needs to soak. She's like, no, you get that SOS pad and you scrub it. And to this day, I detest doing dishes. I absolutely hate it. I'm going to go ahead and disinfect my sinks with this Clorox wipe, this Sentiva. I love this stuff. And I do that to sanitize everything in the sinks, because I put my clean dishes over here and let them rinse or whatever. So I want to make sure I'm starting with a very clean sink. And then at the end of the process, I'll go ahead and shine up my sink. It's past due time for me to clean out my dishwasher too, so I need to run a load through there and clean it. Look at all this. I don't even know how these fingerprints and stuff get here, but this is a very nasty part of the dishwasher, so it needs to be cleaned and sanitized as well. So now that that's done, it's time to go ahead and tackle these dishes. I always pour a little bit of bleach into my dishwash water. When I'm washing my dishes, I just like that added antibacterial step. I also love the Dawn dishwashing liquid, the antibacterial. Now, it's in a Method bottle, but that's Dawn inside of there. I love my Dawn. I've got these rubber gloves back in 2020 when the world was really, really crazy. Well, it's crazy now, but you know what I'm saying. I went out and I was on the hunt for rubber gloves. Look at these gloves. They have dry rotted on me. So that's one disadvantage to stockpiling items those were from the Dollar Tree, I'm pretty sure. I have a ton of them. I bought all the rubber gloves, all the bleach, everything. And I'm sure a lot of people did as well. And now I need to make sure that I'm rotating these things properly, because as you saw, those rubber gloves, they dry rotted on me. These are good still. So any hoodles, I'm cleaning up my blender here because I've been making a combination of juices and smoothies. I've just been trying to keep myself
and the kids pumped up with as much fruits and vegetables as possible. And that's a perfect way to get them in without feeling like you're eating fruits and vegetables. The kids, I've been looking forward to the juices in the morning. They wake up, Gma, what kind of juice are you going to make today? So I'm really happy that they are enjoying them as much as I am. One thing that I've always struggled with is drinking water. And since I've been doing the fresh juices, I'm noticing that I'm drinking even less water. So I got to correct that. I just have a thing about water. I don't know what it is with me. I know I need it, but I have got to do better with making sure that I get the recommended daily amount in. It's like I start doing well in one area, like the eating more fruits and vegetables, and then I slack in another. I got to find a way to get the whole package because it's necessary. And especially this time of year as we start to go into the cooler weather where viruses and illnesses are going to be on the rise. We just have to protect ourselves and try to keep our immune systems up as best we can. This is an unusual day for me for cleaning because, as I've shared in the past, I take a lot of breaks when I'm doing my housework, decorating, whatever I'm doing. I'll do something, sit down for several hours sometimes, maybe take a nap. I mean, it takes me forever to get stuff done. But today I'm on a time crunch because I do have to meet the school bus and get my granddaughter off the bus. So I need to get this done before then, so I can't stop. I am on a mission. I'm going to throw away that pulp from my juice this morning. And every day that I make my juice, I think, I need to find something to do with this pulp. That is food that I am throwing away. I need to start to use that. I'm not going to do compost. I know some people do that. But I may start to maybe include them in muffins. I do occasionally make some muffins, homemade muffins. And so maybe I can put them in there or something. I don't know. If you're a juicer out there, tell me, what do you do with your pulp? Do you throw it away or do you find a way to repurpose it? The worst part of juicing is cleaning the machine afterwards, and especially if you waited a little while. I normally don't, and this is something I typically would clean it immediately after making juices, but I was in a hurry to get my granddaughter to school this morning, and so I didn't have a chance. So it's been several hours and I'm just getting back to it, but it's not too bad today. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it down really good, rinse it off, and set the machine back up so that it is ready for my next juicing session. Another reason why I'm rushing to hurry up and get done is I'm hungry. This juice that I had this morning has long since worn off and it's time for some food. I've been trying to juice like breakfast / lunch and then eating a meal that kind of becomes lunch / dinner. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. And then trying to do a healthy snack. It doesn't always work out that way because sometimes I get extremely hungry later in the day and that's when things go left. I go in that kitchen and I find whatever and start to eat. So now I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to disinfect these iPads. These kids have these iPads and they get so yucky so quickly. Their fingerprints are all over them, just smudges and everything. So I'm using rubbing alcohol. I don't know if this is the best thing to use on it or not. This is what I've been using for a little while. I've never had a problem. Comment below and let me know what you use to sanitize your devices, even your phones, because I use the same on my phone. I always use alcohol. I just happened to find something that I need to return to Amazon. I had got lost in the pile of stuff on the island there, so it's a good thing I'm going through here, just kind of finding things. So I'm going to go ahead and dry these dishes up, and I'm on the home stretch now. I am so hungry, and I've got my salmon thawing out back there. That's what I'm going to have for lunch. So be sure to stay to the very end of the video because I will be sharing how I prepare my salmon and my sweet potatoes. That is one of my favorite meals, and my go-to meal is so easy. I always buy the salmon from Sam's Club that's individually wrapped, not the seasoned one, just the plain one. And I just take one out of the freezer, and I always bake my sweet potatoes and put them in the freezer. I take 1 or 2 out of the freezer when I'm ready to have that, let them thaw out, and I prepare my salmon either on the grill or on top of the stove. However I make it, it's very easy and it is a relatively healthy meal. You see those items that I have on top of my refrigerator? Those are my outdoor items that I carry outside when I go to sit on my deck at night. It's like my bug spray and stuff like that. And I normally leave it sitting like right by the door. But since the kids were here, I just put it on top of my refrigerator to keep it out of their reach. Yeah. So now I'm going ahead and I'm just going to clean off the decor items that I had in my living room before I set those back out, just in case they've gotten dust or whatever on them. So I'm just going to try to set it up just like I had it before. Quite frankly, this is the reason why I end up changing my decor sometimes as often as I do, is when I remove things like from this table, I forget how I had them on there. So I end up doing something totally different. But I think I remember what I did last time, and I did enjoy it. So I want to put it back exactly the way I had it. I'm using these candle holders that I had gotten from Ross. I've got my coffee table book here, and because the candle holders are the same height, I'm going to put one on top of the book just to create more of a, a staggered effect here. And then I've got my panther, leopard, monkey, whatever that thing is, back on here. I love these little leaves that I got from Hobby Lobby. Absolutely love those. Oh, I forgot my tray. So I need to set this over here and go get the tray that I had there on my ottoman. I had put my tray over here, and you see these bananas here are just about gone bad. So I will be making some banana nut bread real quickly, because I am not going to let that big old thing of bananas go bad. So banana nut bread will be in my near future. So I'm just cleaning off this tray with some alcohol. It is a glass, excuse me, a glass top. And I'm going to go ahead and get that cleaned up. And that's where I'm going to put my little stand and my candle with the leaves on it. As I'm setting it down, I'm just seeing where this sofa and ottoman and everything needs to be cleaned again desperately. Oh my God, it's a mess. I had a cover for my sofa. I need to go ahead and get another one. I hated that concept and everything. I talked about in my last video how we grew up having plastic on our living room furniture, because that was the thing back then. I would never do anything like that, but I do need to have a cloth cover or something like that on my sofa, because this is where the kids watch TV, they play, they spend time here. This is where they spend the majority of the time here when they're awake. This is like a playroom in essence. So I do need to do that. But right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sweep the floor up a little bit. Now, like I said, the Roomba, it's good for certain things, but it misses a whole lot of stuff. So all while I've been cleaning, that Roomba has been going. And look at all this debris that I'm still getting up off the floor. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sweep it up into a pile. And then I'm so lazy, I don't feel like going to get the dustpan, which is out in the garage. So I'm going to just use my hand vacuum to vacuum up the stuff that I've swept up. Crazy, right? Anywho, as long as the job gets done, I don't care. I really enjoy sweeping. Now, that's a task I enjoy doing. It is so satisfying to me to get the broom and sweep up something. I just enjoy that. So weird. I don't like washing dishes, but I do like sweeping. And I like vacuuming as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get up the spots that were missed and make sure that we don't have anything on the floor, because the next step is to run a mop across this nasty floor. Now you're going to see things still on the floor, and it's going to look like the vacuum is not picking that up. That's because they're stuck on the floor. The kids love stickers, things like that. So I do end up having to get on my hands and knees and scrape up things that are stuck to the floor. So that'll be the next step that I'll be doing as I'm mopping and realizing what spots need that. That's what I'll have to do. I went to get myself some water, much needed water, and realized that my ice maker here was full and needed to be emptied out. Sometimes the ice just kind of gets frozen in there and prevents ice from coming out. So I had to stop to kind of clean that out so that I can get it making some ice. It's so hot today, so I definitely need to stay hydrated. Especially doing all this work and moving around. So I am trying to get this water in and do the right thing today, at least. It feels good to be able to see the progress that I've made. I'm going to just put these gloves up here so that they can dry. and get rid of a few remaining things that are in the sink here. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean my countertops. They are so nasty and sticky and everything. So I'm going to first clean them with just my regular dish towel that actually still has the bleach in it. And then I'm going to finish off with the Caladria spray. I really like the smell of that. It makes the home smell so good. So I do enjoy that. And it gives it an okay shine. Not as good as some of the other cleaning products, but I really love the smell of it. So I'm going to use it today to finish that off. And now the final step before I can go ahead and prepare my lunch, and that is to run this mop. So I'm just using my old cedar system. I just use hot water and vinegar on my floors. My floors are the engineered hardwood floors. And so that's all I do. I don't know if that's the best thing to use on them or not, but that's what I've been using, and it works really well. The key is to not let the floors get extremely wet. I remember my builder said, do not let them get very, very wet, because then I'll have problems with them warping and things like that. So I have remembered that. Just do like a damp mop with the vinegar, and that just does them really good. They come out nice and shiny and clean. I have a steam mop too, and occasionally I will use that if I feel like the floors are in really, really, really bad shape, but I try not to, because again, that extreme heat on the floor is probably not good on these engineered floors. Oh my God, everything looks so much better. I'm so happy.
Well, that's the end of my cleaning video today. Everything is back in place and I'm so excited. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare my lunch, sit down and enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you found this video motivating. And if you did and you enjoyed yourself over here today, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button too if you're not currently subscribed. That way we can stay connected. And to all my returning family members, thank you so much for stopping by today and cleaning with me. Hopefully you were moving around with me and getting your homes cleaned as well. And I hope to see each and every one of you over here on my next video. Bye-bye.